We initiated the first computerization effort in medical science. The effort was not sustained after a while. I think everything currently has been computerized. We built a dialysis unit, installed water treatment plant, and ventilation. But eventually, the donated dialysis machines will not be brought in due to the logistics problem from the hospital. I'm happy that eventually, after several years, the dialysis unit is working. We got the first laparoscope for going in the year 2000. And you can imagine when we started laparoscope that everybody is shouting about. This permanent site. We came to this permanent site, I surveyed it. And then I laid the advocacy to all these villages around, because they were struggling to take back their land. And then we had to talk to them about the need and the benefits they were going to get from our presence in this environment. I had to go visit the academy, and then we started the gate and the first one of this compound. I'm happy because lack of fun, stored everything. But I'm happy that the hospital moved to this permanent site while I'm still in service. I founded a new cancer registry with the encouragement of Professor F. Shalem, then chairman of the NALIC board and the coordinator of National Cancer Registries of Nigeria. He invited me, I had training there, and then gave me the initial material to start this. We are still currently half hospital based, but we are trying to migrate to population registry. I think that my greatest achievement was discipline. Because as soon as I became acting CMD, between Professor Mono and Dr. K. Despite the fact that this was not announced, the following morning, everybody was on the seat. And nobody left hospital until after work. And productivity just improved. And when the substantive CMD was appointed, Dr. K, gradually, this about crept in again. My responsibilities in the university. I was employed as lecturer 1 in 1986, and then went through the system and became a professor in 2005. And after completing my tenure as seaman in the hospital, I was planning to rest a bit and then go abroad for that reason. But I was suddenly appointed as the head of the Department of Anesthesia in 2003. During this period, we established an office and furnished the current anesthesia office. Then I became head of surgery from 2004-05 session, and this continued to 2009 session. It was only when I became dean, and I still doubled as head of surgery and the dean of medicine for 4 good months. And during the period, I conducted 1 MBBS exam. During my headship in surgery, I served under 2 vice chancellors, 3 provosts, and 3 deans. And I conducted 12 50 MBBS professional exams. So we streamlined the year back to 6 years. We reviewed the curriculum, and I attracted the surgical skills laboratory for the department. It's still there, it's located at the main where we found space. It was donated by EMSA ESCO, a subsidiary of EMSA Pharmaceuticals that deals with equipment and support service. Well, during this my headship, we had a lot of issues. In fact, the university management wanted to get surgery. The faculty of medicine, they felt that we didn't do much. They even wanted to interfere in our affairs, including exams. So we had to resist it completely. If you know about US connection and the rest of it, we had to resist it. And I must state here that it was there between SNM was MC was as head of and myself. So we stood despite intimidation. And then it was made clear that medical exam and medical school business has a pattern. Okay? And then the vice chancellor then, because he wasn't happy with us and he wanted to reduce our influence, immediately carved out in basic medical sciences that year from the Faculty of Medicine. I'm sure a lot of people don't know how basic medical sciences was. Then I was elected dean at the end of November. Why I was So I was waiting for a formal appointment for the vice chancellor, which did not come. About a month after, I saw the vice chancellor and he asked me about the faculty. And I told him that I had been in the He said, your tenure started the day you were elected. And that I'll be held responsible for any problem that may arise in the faculty. And I shouldn't wait for the lecture. So I met with my predecessor to do that. Why the letter came in. Then the issue of appointing a new head of surgery, I asked some of my colleagues to take over. They didn't want to take over because they were pending MBBS exam. I ran it. And subsequently, I mounted pressure on the issue. We eventually, after 4 months, now I appointed another head of surgery. My internship lasted for 2
Saleva
instead of
viene a questa idea. Anche
Ma
mentre
instead
allora,
What's in the one year taking it.
the medical school was overpopulated. In our quota was 100. But some of the classes were 200. And the medical council had continued to insist on keeping the quota. And then getting students indexed. If you don't index your students, the pilot. And so eventually they admitted that first admission, merit admission, they admitted 129 candidates. And then that night, somebody called me from council that they are likely to bring us down. but that we may not come in the first set since we index our students. And the first part will be good into their students. So I called the chairman, because then in those days what happened is that when the admission is completed, the following month will be uploaded to the website. So I called him that they shouldn't upload medicine. Let us know exactly what's happening. I told me I should get that there's no way the government will come and close an institution that will receive manpower. I reminded him that this manpower you're talking about, that there's somebody regulating how you train them. Well, they uploaded the thing. And when the vice chancellor came back, within a few days after my training, he now got a message on MDCAM from MDCA about this activity. He called the office, they asked them to bring down the uploaded admission. And they brought it down, but at the time they were bringing it down, all the people that admitted had accepted and paid deposits. So that was how the 2011 admission ended. So there was no further admission into medicine that year. So eventually, by end of 2010, we were suspended. No, end of 2010, we were suspended. Yeah, 2010, sorry. So there was an emergency, our new year was an emergency meeting. I think that never even it. Eventually, I had to reconstruct the class. Because I requested for freehand to work on that, and it was granted to me, no interference. So I had to reconstruct the class using merit order. Initially, I got 8 years, and I used the attrition. Eventually, I got 7 years. So when I went, I consulted people in council. They agreed to accept the 7 years, not admit anybody during the 2011-2012 academic year. Now, when I had submitted the document to the NBC, and it was received and agreed, I came back and told VC that the tenure had finished. But there should be an election of the. And the man said, no, and I'll continue to be dean until I admit people in the medical school. That's the time he agreed that I started admission. So he extended my tenure. And that was how I served for 3 years. And we conducted a smooth admission exercise October 2012, admitting only permanent students. Yes. And after that, I went back to him and asked him to run and advertise for this. And my office ended with the election of Professor J.I. I was elected as provost 2014 and elected 2016. During this my term, I had the privilege of working with very young advisors. They happen to know this period very well, so we elected excellent local. And we got as much as we could. Okay. We were very supportive to our administration. We created a number of committees that we used in this place. And then we ran so many accreditation stations. We received them, both from AUC, from NBC and another professional body successfully. Geography campus was given a facelift. People were running PhDs. They analyzed, they analyzed from all sorts of places. Some of them were unverified. So we felt that if we have a research center here, we can go and vouch for the researchers coming out from this place as PhDs and their master's research. So we had to produce a design and support our advisors who are architectural department. But it wasn't executed at the time. We started the universal block in this compound because I was anticipating that one day the hospital would move